let's have a look at aspect 1 of improving our breathing, our biochemistry. What we're going to do is create air hunger in our system by limiting the amount of oxygen that's going to our lungs, and that's going to increase the amount of carbon dioxide in our body. That there is what the stimulus our body needs to improve and adapt, and means that we can push ourselves longer and further in the future, as well as recover quicker between either bouts or just in everyday life. We're going to be able to recover from our sport or our training. We have 3 variations that we can use to achieve this air hunger. I'll take you through each of the 3 of them in turn, but they all start out the same way. So let's start there. Let's create that foundation, that base. So you either sit in a seat without your back against the chair, or sit on the floor cross-legged, or if you're not able to do either of those 2 things, find that tripod in your feet and get that good posture. So if you've got that tripod on your feet, a little bend in the knees if you're standing up, or sitting comfortably. From there, whichever one you're doing, get a nice long tall straight spine. So imagine you've got a piece of string pulling your head up towards the ceiling, and then level your ears and your nose, or your ears and your eyes might be easier to think about, so that your head's nice and level and we've opened up that airway. That now creates that channel our body needs to breathe properly. From there, we're always going to start by just noticing our breath. So we're not going to do anything with it, we're just going to start to notice the oxygen coming in through our nose. All of these, all the time, we want to be breathing as much as possible through the nose. So starting, feel that air coming in the nose, it should be slightly colder, and then feel that slightly warmer air leaving. Feel the hairs in your nose being pushed around as that air comes in and out. From there, what we're going to do is start to look at one of these 3 variations. No matter which of the variations we do, we want to create this air hunger. Might not start there immediately, but by a minute or 2 minutes in, we want to start to notice that we want a little bit more oxygen. It's that air hunger is that feeling of wanting to take a bigger breath. That's what we're looking to achieve. It doesn't want to be air starvation where we feel like we're about to suffocate. It's just somewhere in the middle there. Think of it as the same as food. You're hungry for a meal, but you're not needing it this very second. So let's start with variation 1. If this one here, we've got normal breathing and you're feeling that breath in and out even while I'm speaking here, what we're going to try and do is lengthen the breath. So you're still probably taking about the same amount of oxygen in and out, we're just doing it over a longer period of time. So still take that soft breath in, it should be soft and silent, so make it still relaxed, soft breathe in, and then breathe out long and slow, all through the nose. Nice long breath, extend it out, and then in. As soon as you feel you've reached the end of your breath, you don't need to force any more oxygen out of your lungs than you feel you want to. Just as soon as you reach that point again, breathe in, nice soft and slow, now soft and silent, and then coming out long and slow. So that's variation 1. Variation 2, if that one was lengthening the breath, we're now going to shorten it. So we're going to take in less oxygen. So your breathing rate's probably going to be fairly similar if you've gone back to normal breathing. Again, notice that oxygen in and oxygen out through your nose. We're now going to do the same breath, but just take in less. So breathe in slower, slow down the amount of oxygen coming in. If you were thinking about the hairs in your nose, you want them to move less. And again, just keep, as soon as you feel you need to breathe in and out, do so, but just keep that shorter and resist the amount of oxygen coming in a relaxed way. The final variation, if that was making it longer, that one's making it shorter. This one, we're going to reduce the amount of movement of the oxygen or the air. So these 2, you were still trying to get the air into the lungs, whereas this one, and I want you to just think about getting the air into the nose and out of the nose. So breathe in 1 centimetre, out 1 centimetre. If you had a piece of string, you just want to breathe it into the nose, out 1 centimetre, then puff it out, in and out. Still relaxed, don't rush it, just as soon as you feel that centimetre in, coming out again. Keeping it nice and relaxed, You don't want to be kind of stressing the body out at all. You should feel, comfortable. Get that hunger, not starvation. If you have any questions on these, let me know. Choose one of these variations to do for the 4 minutes or however long I have given you in the program. If it's your first time, choose whichever one of those you prefer, or if you're just getting used to it, you go with whichever one you prefer. If you're a little bit more seasoned, you can start to mix and match, choose different ways to create that hunger, and really start to push yourself.